All right then, so now let's go ahead and do the same stuff for inquiries. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to collapse everything and close all. So I'm going to get into the apps dashboard routes. I'm going to delete the inquiries and I'm going to delete the subscriptions. All I'm going to do is to copy and paste it one more time, and I'm going to change this into inquiries. And inside the inquiries I'm going to change this users over here and here. I'm going to change this into let's change the columns first. This is going to be, instead of users column, this is going to be inquiries columns. So in here I'm going to delete this and I'm going to bring the inquiries columns. Then instead of this users, I'm going to change everywhere, wherever the users is coming, I'm just going to change it into inquiries. Keep it in the small letter. And here I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it. Change this into get inquiries, import the get inquiries. And yep, we are not going to get the users data. Let me bring the Chrome and let me try whether it is working or not. It is being crashed. I don't know why it is not working, but I need to open the data table, right? So I'm just going to say neon db. Let me get into the db, or let me open the schema here. Schema. So in the inquiry we need the first name, last name, email, mobile, all these fields. So here I'm going to bring all those fields, first name, last name, all those things, copy exactly as it is. Then I'm going to bring it exactly over here, first name, last name. Then I'm going to include colon and then save it. Keep the date. We need to have the date, right? So I'm going to, from the users columns, I need to bring the created at, because I forget to bring the created at. It might looks confusing, but just try to follow over here. So now instead of first name, I'm going to bring the first name. Then I'm going to do the same thing for last name. Do the same thing for last name. Then keep the email as it is. Instead of image, I'm going to change this to mobile. And in here, I'm just going to say mobile. Then I'm going to paste it one more time. This time it is going to be amount. This is going to be amount. Then I'm going to display the message. This time it's going to be message. Save it. Now the columns is done, and let's get over here. And this is going to be, let's delete all these things except these. Instead of user, I'm going to change this into data. So here I'm going to get the first name, data dot first name. How many fields we do have in the columns? 2, 4, 6, 8. Comma, I'm going to copy and paste it, last name. Copy. Then email. Then what else we do have? Email, mobile type amount. Mobile type amount. First name, last name, email, mobile type, amount, and one more thing is missing. That is the message. Now the inquiries, everything is done. And now if I save this changes, and now if I get into here, so let me bring and keep this over here, and let me get into the inquiries. There we go. We are seeing the inquiries now completely, but we are getting an error. What is that? Search key. Okay, the key which we are supplying, it doesn't exist, and we need to supply the email field so we can search the inquiries based on the email address. Now the error is gone, and you can see we are displaying the date, messages, and everything is working perfectly as it's supposed to be, right? Cool. So now we have the users. So far we don't have anything in the users table. So that's the reason we don't see anything. And we can see we are getting the same thing for the subscriptions. Now, if we get into the subscriptions, all we have to display the email alone, right? So it's quite easy. Let's go ahead and do the same thing. So I'm going to get into the dashboard routes, and I'm going to over here for users also. Yes, so I'm going to duplicate this, copy and paste it, and I'm going to change this into subscriptions, right? And inside the subscriptions, I'm going to get into the page, I'm going to close all, I'm going to click this, and I'm going to change this users here and here into subscriptions. Then instead of get users, I'm going to get subscriptions. Okay, then instead of formatted users, I'm just going to say formatted subscriptions. And inside here columns, I'm going to delete the full name and delete the image URL. I don't need this, and I don't need this. That's it. So save it, and let me get into here, and all I have to do is to make sure this and this deleted, save it, and instead of that full name, I'm going to supply the email. That's the search key. And if I click the subscriptions, that should display the subscription. So far we don't have any subscriptions, and that's the reason it's not showing anything. Okay, so inquiries, it's working fine, and users, it's not working. The reason is because the tunnel which is not running. So all we have to do is to run that, create that tunnel. Where is that command? This is the one. Yes, npx untunnel, latest one. So I'm gonna cut this out, run it. So we need to generate the new tunnel, and we need to update it in our clerk dashboard. So let me open the clerk dashboard, clerk.com. I think there is some issue with my PC. That's the reason it is not working properly as is supposed to be. I need to click configure, and I need to get into the webhooks. Then over here we need to configure that tunnel route which we are created, this one, see, and I need to click this, and I need to change. See, it is failed. It's because we may how to edit it. Here it is, edit. So this is the place where we need to edit, and this is the new tunnel which we created. Once we deployed, we will keep that deployed link over there. Right now I need to change from here, delete it and paste it. So /API/clerk webhook, save it. Now the tunnel is updated, and now if I sign out and if I click login, I think I need to delete that users. I need to delete this user completely, delete. Okay, now the user has been deleted, no users are there. Now if I click continue, I think it's going to ask me to validate my OTP with my mobile number. Okay, so here I need to give my number, then click continue. It is going to send me an OTP. Yes, I do got it. It is verified and it is logged in. And now if I click the dashboard, so the total users, and see, now we have total users as 1. And now if I click users, I should be able to see the user. But the problem over here is it is displaying the image as a string. So I need to make some custom changes for that. So what I have to do is I need to get into the users table, where it is users column. This, it's exactly displaying exactly as it is as the image URL, right? So here all I have to do is to access the cell. So I'm going to display a cell, get the cell, which is going to be a callback function. Here I'm going to access the row, then equals to row dot original. Okay, so I need to access the row dot original. From the row dot original, I'm going to access the image URL. Okay, then it's need to return this. So here I'm going to create myself a division, and inside that division I'm going to bring the image, which is next image. Then it is going to be the source. Okay, source, and here I'm just going to display that image URL. Then alternative, which is going to be image, and class name, which is going to be object contain exactly as it is. Then over here, width, of course it is going to be 40, and height, of course it is going to be 40. So save these changes. Now it is going to give us nope, no issues. We are seeing that, and it is going to be rounded median. Save it. Okay, see, now we are seeing the image. So we have ourselves a custom image and the custom data table, and I can filter it based on the name. Just only the matching name will be getting filtered. If I click the inquiries, here I need to search by email. For instance, if I search for Vetri, it's still showing that. But if I once I add the dot, it is not matching. So the string, particular string, it's not matching. So it is showing that issue. All right, so now we have ourselves a fully functional admin control dashboard, and we do have this home screen where the user can place the inquiries and everything. All right, and the one and only which is remaining, all we have to do is to deploy this project, and that is what we are going to do next.